What's happening? Jumpman. Yes, sir. Trap jumping like Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
where the shoe cam at for the Jordans?
Man, I should have bought the Jordan. Because I catch me tiptoeing in my Jordans.
Oh, yeah. You stay fly. Yeah, it was yo. Episode 23, Jumpman episode of Kinda Not Scripted, presented by Dom Set Visuals. I'm here with my brethren, Taye Terry.
Yes, sir.
Ricky Simeon. We got a special guest in the building. Not a guest, he the brother. He just here. He brought the conversation. He Kinda Not Scripted certified. This
I swear, he here, man. He here.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Isbalake right there running the stream. We got Twitch. Yes, sir. We got Juan Collado.
You already know he's in the back.
Juan. We got manager Rebecca.
Shout out Rebecca.
And we got a new member into the show. We got a new one.
Yes.
We got my sister Maris. We're gonna drop her tags in there now. She's pretty much the one that keep us in check.
Organized.
Yes, everything's organized. You know what I mean?
Because we all over the place.
That's right.
But that's okay.
But when it's like that, cause we just started.
Exactly.
So it's always gonna be all over the place. But when we get somebody that...
No, we ain't just started. I don't hear that.
We ain't just started.
I'm just saying from where they started, from
everybody
else, we just started from that point, man. We ain't just started. You right. We've been doing this. We've been doing this.
I know we took a long vacation, but we here now, man. We had to take a little sabbatical.
Just soak it in.
Everything soak back in. So let's go ahead and just kick off the show. Let's just do a little B-roll shot.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, hit that. Yes, sir. Hit that.
Oh. Straight chaser.
I poured more than a double in here. All right, so let's just kick off the show right now with the social media post, man. I know y'all all on Twitter, social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And the biggest thing right now, that's not the biggest thing, but the biggest thing is this Kanye, what's it called? What's her name? Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson. She's like, what's it called? I'm so tired of seeing that shit, I don't even remember her name. So you be seeing all the stuff that they be talking about, the text messages, going public with it. Kanye telling Pete Davidson they gotta go to church, they gotta seek God and everything. He's like, oh, yo, you're not being a mother, all that other stuff. What's your viewpoints on that?
I would say it's kind of messy just putting all their business out in the world, you know. In entertainment, period, I feel like even if they try to hide stuff like that, it'll always come out, regardless, just by them being so big and popular.
Right. But how did it get out? That's the question.
By their fingers.
Hold on, but that's what there you go. By their fingers. Yeah. It ain't like somebody went and grabbed their phone and said, hey, I'm finna post this. It's like you wanted this out.
Right.
Wanted.
One of the camps leaked it.
Oh, you go. It had to have been. There ain't no way.
You don't think that they screenshotting and posting them? Because Kanye on camera talking about not being able to go to his daughter's birthday.
No. It's like one of those, you can go ahead and post that. Somebody probably came to him and be like, hey, I found this, but it's going to be on the internet, so you want me to go ahead and leak it out before somebody else leak it out? Go ahead and leak it out.
I think it's just to stay relevant, like,
because
that type of stuff, why would it be getting out? Like, you would handle that within house.
But it's like, I'm dealing with Kanye. So if I'm dealing with Kanye and I'm fucking his baby mom and it's Kim Kardashian, that shit already was messy. Regardless, now I can get clout off this. Who is this man?
Yeah.
I don't know this man.
Because my sister just brought this point up yesterday. She was saying that her relationship with Pete Davidson, like you just said, who is this man?
I don't know.
What's it called? Like, it seems like right now it's the trend and the norm to deal with these punk rock looking, tattooed, crackhead looking white dudes.
Isn't he from SNL?
Yeah, he from SNL.
Yeah.
Right. So he's a funny dude.
Right. I guess he's a funny dude. But so how long do you think that relationship is going to last? Pete Davidson.
Well, it's all about numbers, you know.
It's all about numbers, right? So if Kim let's just say that. Let's just put this perspective out there. If Kim Kardashian numbers start to go down because she's messing with this man,
she gotta find a new dude.
Okay, she ain't finna keep messing with this man. So it's not about love. It's just all about, like what it said, staying relevant. And keeping my name out there. Like we was going back with that Lil Durk and all that other stuff. Yeah. They not about to just go kill somebody. You know what I mean? Oh, we could just talk about it. I got views, I got people, so they want to, if I drop a whole album, they going to want to hear what I'm going to want to say on that next album.
If you're not going to, like maybe that's Kanye. He ain't dropping music. Maybe the Donda album wasn't fire, so
it wasn't.
And start maybe on the drama on
Right, let me go ahead and do something else. Let's set this up.
Do you think he's trying to make it seem like it's because of Pete Davidson? that's why he couldn't go to his.
Well,
No.
He's not taking accountability of how crazy he is.
You know.
So it is because of Pete Davidson, and it is because of Kim Kardashian.
To him,
in him.
But you gotta understand behind the scenes things that works too.
Yeah.
Okay, the shit we don't even know about, shit we don't see, the conversations we don't even hear.
Right.
They probably had a whole conversation, and then he probably flipped it a whole different way to make it seem a whole different way, but it didn't go that way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You can always go.
There was a little sidewalk. There was sidewalk footage of them in the car, and he was just like in the car going like this, and she's like crying with her hands in there. So there's like you're saying, there's a narrative that we don't know about.
We don't know
But
about.
we only going based off of the social media posts. So one of the biggest things that stood up to me was that, you know, Kim Kardashian, whatever Kanye did, whatever the dynamic of the relationship, she felt like she needed to get away with it. But now she's on that single, still legally married to Kanye.
Yes.
But she living her best life, right?
Yes.
So they got, how many kids they got? 4?
I'm gonna say
North, south, east.
I want to say 3.
Kanye
North,
West,
south, east, and west.
He said 3. Kanye West on his own self. I don't know.
So the biggest thing that stood out to me was him saying, "You out here having a boyfriend, we got kids, you need to be a mother, right? You need to be a mother."
Right.
So that kind of makes me think like, okay, these relationships nowadays, you got some people who are living their best life, or they being in a relationship, going so forth, so whatever, and then you got other people that think about gender roles, right? But there's a line between life skills and gender roles. Life skills is knowing how to cook. Men can cook, women can cook. Gender roles would be the men expects the woman to cook, the woman to take care of the kids and all that other stuff. So what's your viewpoints on gender roles? Do you think that it's messing up relationships today? Is it something that should be utilized? Is it 50-50? Is it okay for the woman to be a business owner? All that other stuff.
I was literally just talking to this man about gender rules, not to go at anybody at my house or anything like that. But okay, I wake up at 4, go to work at 5, and I'm not home. I'm not back home till 5. Okay, now think of the trash that's sitting there. Oh no! Wait a minute. Think of the trash that's sitting there when I get off work at 5. Yeah. I say, why ain't nobody take this trash out? They say, you didn't take it out. Oh! So it gets to the point in my mind, I'm like what he made me realize it, because I ain't realized it like that, but that's true.
Yeah.
You gonna sit around trash? Right. You gonna sit around dirt. That's all you gonna do. So every time you see the trash and it build up, you gonna sit around dirt. You even got a boy in here. My little son, he a man. Let him take it out. Yeah. Oh, because I'm the man of the house. Yeah. I gotta take out trash. I forgot to take the trash out in the morning because I'm tired of the motherfucker gotta go to work.
Hey, but you know what? What's crazy? You kind of solidifying that gender role of men take out trash when you put your boy in the thing.
But I'm just referencing how they want to reference
it's
it.
It's not a bad thing.
But it's not a bad thing. But it's like, okay, if you want to reference that way, then why don't you have him do it? Yeah. Why do you wait till 5 for me?
It's just some. I think it is to a certain extent, because some of that shit be broken.
Yeah,
like
I like that to a certain extent.
And it depends on how you grew up and what's instilled in you.
Yeah, because it's like
what you want within your relationship and how it wants to go.
That's true. If you want, it's like if you want to build a woman or you want her to build herself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if we pumping gas, I'm in the car and she in the car. She just pulled up. She's driving. She just pulled up, and you tell her to go pump the car. This is not a gender role right here. This is a whole different situation. Actually pumping car. Get your ass out and pump that car. Go in there. You're not finna send her to do all that. That's just principle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Principle. This ain't nothing about no gender role, none of that. Principle. Just because you the man, she the woman, none of that. Principle. Now, if she go in there pumping her gas, somebody else come out and say, hey, you want me to pump the gas for you? Now you finna get mad.
Yeah, upset.
Oh, so he mad now. Oh, that's not me. Get your ass back in the car. Right. Let him pump her gas what he's supposed to do.
You talking about trash, and it's funny. In my scenario, I told Rebecca, I said, yo, I don't want you taking out the trash, because I don't know these people out here in this apartment. I want to take out the trash. Now, when I come home and I see trash, I'm like, damn, what the trash?
You can't be mad.
I never came up with that rule, man.
Right. Then you mad at yourself now because you came up with something. You know what I mean? But when you talk about, like you said, it's to a certain extent, it's however you feel about it. Right. You know what I mean?
What you think, though?
Yeah, I was about to say, I agree with Rick. Like, it's to a certain extent, and it's all about what works for you all, like for y'all relationship or whatever you have going on, friendship or anything, it's about what works for you.
It's about
Like me personally, like I won't let my girl take out no trash or pump no gas or nothing. But that also goes to the principle as well. Like that's just how I was raised.
That's
like,
right.
That's how I was raised. My mom raised me that way, and it's gonna stay that way.
So men cut the grass. They do all the outside work. They take out the trash.
If she go out there and weed,
do the oil changes.
Yes.
Okay.
If it's needed to be done, then I would.
Right. Now what if
that's not gonna piss me off if she take out the trash? That ain't gonna. I'm not gonna be stressed.
Bitch,
I
definitely be like, why did you do it? I would definitely be like, why did you do it? Like,
I'm here, but I'm
here. Especially if I'm there. Like, if I'm there, like.
But if I'm at work and you just waiting 2-3 days and I keep forgetting, you know what I mean? Come on, man, let's get this.
But when I forget, you got to pick it up.
Yeah,
you understand?
We going back to
ain't
that
necessarily saying that I don't want to take out the trash. I might just miss it. You know what I'm saying? But for me to miss it and then you have it sitting there throughout the day and expect me. So it's the scenario and the situation. It's the mindset behind it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I miss it within being human, and within all that, you still let it sit throughout the day and expecting me to get it when I got home.
Subject.
You see what I'm saying?
Changing tires.
Like there you go.
Yeah.
What about that?
It's just how you play.
Oh, definitely no.
Definitely no.
No, that's a no all the way.
No, I'm not hell.
It's not. Okay, so
you put premium in the regular.
Let me give you this status. Let me give you this one right here.
Yo, but what about if you have a daughter?
Hold on, wait a minute. Go ahead. My bad.
But what if you got a daughter? Don't you want her to know
how to? There you go. So that's why I'm finna give you the subject right here. That's why I'm finna give you the subject right here. You at work and your woman is just got a blow tire or something. You know what I mean? But she way over there. What you want her to do? Wait till you get there?
Exactly.
Or you want her to change the
killed the game.
I got AAA.
Killed the game.
Okay,
you got AAA 9 times out of 10.
There you go. I guess
you got AAA 9 times out of 10. Somebody gonna fix the tire for
you. Can say that.
Yeah.
You can say that though.
Ain't nobody gonna sit there and watch her try to fix the tire. Somebody gonna fix it.
But will you have her? Hey baby, you can go ahead and try to fix that tire. Or you gonna say I'm finna come? What you gonna do?
I mean, it depends on where you.
It depends on
That's why I say it's the subject of it. Yeah. Whatever you got going on, it depends.
Yeah.
You can't just say no. I would not have her to fix the tire. You can't just up and say that.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. You can be like, baby,
what might boil down to male ego,
right,
in a relationship because we this, right? So we take all that physical.
It's like a male don't.
But it's our job because. Say that girl, say the female that you're with, she's with a father who's like this. Mm-hmm. She's with a brother who's like this. Mm-hmm. She didn't learn how to do a tire, change a tire, do the oil and stuff like that. Like you said, picking up things that might be left off.
But see, the main thing is adapting and changing. Mm-hmm. You don't want to teach a motherfucker the same mentality all their life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right. So therefore, you have to change. That's why I said to that gender role is a certain extent.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
You got to get out sometimes. For the better, you got to get out of what you was taught and learn how to live on your own.
Yeah,
independent,
and not to say, even though we might have our indifferences, not to say what you was taught will be harmful to me or you,
right?
Or is it wrong? But no, you just got to learn how to take some of it. Right. I don't have to take all of your teachings. You see what I'm saying? Because some of it has to be me.
Whatever.
And what is me? That's what I'm learning.
Right, so whatever goes for you.
You see what I'm saying?
It's acceptable to have a certain level of independence.
Right. It's acceptable.
And it's needed in a relationship because, bro, the whole male ego thing is, I think that's part of that honeymoon phase, bro. When you hit year 3, year 4, when you start doing everything, you start looking for gaps. Like, okay, I'm doing all this shit. Mm-hmm. So what are you doing? Because sooner or later, that whole narrative of cooking dinner and cleaning the house, sooner or later that shit might not be enough. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What's it called? Like, yeah, we could be a provider, but someday we're gonna be tired. You have a long day at work. You see that trash, that
that's
might be the straw that can break the camel back.
That's but that's okay then. Exactly. That don't make sense.
Would you have your woman to make more than you?
I'm okay.
It don't matter.
That don't matter. But you have some people that be like, "You're not finna make more than me,"
because
that's male ego. That's male ego.
That's a boy.
That's a boy because it's a whole difference to how your mindset thinking. Yeah. If you a man, you're gonna think like a man. If you're a boy, you're gonna think like a boy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's a whole different. So when you looking at somebody, you be like, "Hey, if you making more money than me, I can't fuck with you." Excuse me. Well, you ain't gonna fuck with nobody then.
I feel like that's the element of power. Like they feel like they are more powerful. Just
there you go. Control.
money, so they want to have the say so to say, we ain't finna do this.
Right.
Why? Because I'm the leader. I'm the
I'm making more money.
I'm the one that's on top. So you gotta listen to me and follow me.
That's all that is.
That's all.
And this might be shade, but I talk about fresh and fit all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what they say things that are very relevant. But I think when they talk about men and they say that it's the majority, they don't focus on the minority.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like people at this table, even though we are the head honcho in our mind and we are providers and protectors, we honestly don't care if our girl makes 6 figures, 7 figures.
No.
What's it called?
You know
what I'm
if
saying?
my girl makes 7 figures, I can go do something else. I ain't gotta work.
But
if she already making that, I ain't gotta work.
Let's ask this question right here, right? We all don't care if our girl make 10 times more than us, right?
Yes.
But are y'all gonna sit there and let her take care of you?
No, there is no way.
Can you sit there? Can you honestly see yourself sitting in the house and be like, all right, she's taking care of all the bills, she's taking care of all of this. I'm just gonna sit here, play 2K, and I know the
That's why I just said I don't have to work as in I ain't gotta go do a 9 to 5 now. If my baby already making 7 figures, whatever she loved, because she loved doing this shit. You know what I mean? She making 7
what's
figures.
the difference though? You gotta learn how to be submissive too. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't know because, like you said, just me being a man, I've been doing for myself.
Yeah.
Forever and others, well, whatever. But why wouldn't I try to change what I have going on to accept what
but you're not gonna have that mindset to say, okay, I want her to take care of me.
No, I'm not.
You're not gonna have that.
I'm not.
But you can. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. No,
I'm just saying. But you can say, hey, my baby is making this amount of money and whatever she loves, so they can take me away from going to your bullshit every day and go ahead and do what I want to do and pursue my shit.
That's what I'm saying. You can probably do what you do and she pursue her dreams, and then she flip it on the other side, you pursue your dreams. So
it'll be always going like this. You will never try to tug because I ain't got to do nothing.
But you know in your right mind, you know you'll never take that right.
Yeah,
you ain't
want
finna
to
do that.
something. You're gonna want to do something.
You ain't finna do that. But I'm just saying you can.
Yeah.
You can. It's possible.
I know a person right now. I'm not finna say his name. Who could do whatever. But I just know a person right now. If his wife makes as much money as he's saying she makes, he'll just go home and chill. And he's telling me this. I'm like, okay, well, that's how you feel but you got to think, how would you feel when you go home? You ain't doing the same shit you used to do. So your body and your movements finna be all fucked up. You know what I mean? Because it's used to doing this. It's not used to doing this. You standing still now. It's not.
That's being completely submissive.
Completely.
A way to look at being submissive with if your girl make more than you is being okay with the fact that your girl make more than you. Right. And a lot of people think that your woman, as far as support goes, is that you are able to do what you want and then she's sitting in the back burner pushing you from behind and being okay with it. You have to at least create the narrative to where you can support and be independent at the same time.
Right, because she can put a leash on you.
Like Rebecca, man, she into the herbs, she into the candles, she's into sage, she's into all that. Everything's spiritual. She wants to be a Reiki specialist, bro, or master, if that's what it's called.
Reiki master.
Reiki master.
Oh, shit.
I'm you know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm a director. I'm a filmmaker, director, editor, all that stuff. She supports the fuck out of everything that I do.
I swear.
But
I know this.
But if she ever came up to me and said, "Hey Isaiah, I don't know if I could do Dom Set visuals and my shit at the same time." Okay.
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 What, you gonna be mad at her?
Right. Because to be honest, bro, one, if you look at it literally, that's 2 incomes coming from 2 different businesses, right?
That is.
Avenues. And then the second thing is, do you really want your girl to just be in your shadow the whole fucking time?
Right.
Yeah. So when I look at gender roles, man, I look at it specifically around the realm of family. Gender roles does not fucking matter when you're dating a girl for 2 months. You're not looking at her like the mother. You're literally just studying her. Right, but when you're married, there's certain gender, like what's it called? Yeah, I'm a dad, you're a mom. That's why it's always cool to have 2, 1 of each. You know, majority of my childhood, I grew up with 2 parents. Right, but a chunk of the beginning was 1.
So there was your mom?
Yeah, just my mom. So there was things that, you know, my uncle was great at being that father figure for me. But, you know when somebody your uncle, you know when somebody your dad, and you know when you look at somebody like a father, and you know when you look at somebody who is your father. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's things that you can't learn from a man, from a woman. You brought that shit up in episode 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? So I think that gender roles should really, it's important when it comes to family. But a lot of people try to instill that shit in they honeymoon phase ass relationship.
So that's why we gonna bring it back to a certain extent.
Yeah,
certain extent.
I love that, Ricky.
Certain circumstances.
Certain circumstances, because it always come around. It's gonna come around to a woman got to do a man's job. A woman can do a man's job.
Right.
Stop playing with that woman. Mm-hmm. I just seen a woman dunk on another woman. That's a man's job. That's a man's job. Shit, motherfucker, but she poked on her ass, and that was crazy. And that's stuff that you never seen before. You know what I mean? I would love for my woman to do stuff that other women don't do. You know what I mean? It makes her more powerful with herself, more independent. You can go out there and do whatever you want to do with your hands. Women's hands don't even have calluses and all that shit on their hands. They don't be doing shit. You know what I mean? They don't be doing shit. They don't do nothing with their hands. God damn. But nah, it's just what it is, man. Gender roles to a certain extent.
To a certain extent, yeah. But it shouldn't define your relationship. It definitely.
If it is, then you thinking too much. You going.
And if it is, instill it in the beginning, and if they didn't fuck with it, then that's not for you. But don't try to change somebody in the middle.
You can't.
Don't be a simp in the beginning of your relationship and then be like, nah, I want to be a man now. No, that's not.
No, it's not right.
Yeah, no, it's not. And being a man isn't being the controller. Being a man doesn't mean controlling the outcome of every situation that you're in your relationship. You need to. Being a man is somebody where you know when to step up and you know when to step down. You know when to be submissive and you know when to be powerful. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing that vice versa when you're with the women. Do you really want to be with a woman that think power all the time?
Right. No.
You can't. As a man, you can't deal with that because it's in our genetic makeup to kind of be like, damn, what the hell? Like, when you gonna let me talk?
Yeah, when you gonna let me
like, you just think you the shit, girl?
Yeah. No. I know when to step down. I know when to step up. But then you don't know when to step down.
That's why you need to know what 50-50 means.
Exactly.
50-50 always works.
It's hard for a lot of men too, man. So some men need to learn how to be submissive, bro.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And being submissive is not no corny ass.
It's
not being corny.
Bro. It's not.
If you know what's being corny, if you think being submissive is corny, then being in a relationship is corny. Kissing her is corny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, PDA.
Hugging her.
Holding hands out in public and stuff like that.
That shit is corny. You telling her you love her is corny. That shit whack. If you feel like being submissive is corny, all that shit is corny. Whatever you're doing is corny because that's just how you feel.
Yeah.
Submissive is lovely. One time or another.
100,000%.
And brings the best out of you too. Actually,
yes, it does. Yeah. They say happy wife, happy life. Sometimes it don't matter.
Yeah, bro. Because when you find yourself a woman, even if you don't acknowledge it in the beginning, you don't, bro. They fill in gaps, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you acknowledge your gaps in your life, and then you have that woman that's filling those gaps, that's when you know you're top tier, regardless of the bullshit, regardless if she got a big ass head, and regardless of, and if it stays, like sometimes some dudes need that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody got a big ass head.
Yeah, they got a big ass ego, whatever. Sometimes dudes be on a power trip and they need a female to knock them down a couple steps.
Let me trip this nigga right quick.
Keep you level headed.
Yeah. Makes sense. That man was just telling me to pass him an ass.
You think the way that the women be working that have like the superpower, you think the men is the one that instilled that narrative in them? Maybe they with a dude that's not submissive for 3 relationships in a row, and they said, for this relationship, I'm finna fuck him up.
I think they enhance it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's already in there.
Talk about it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's already in there.
No, when you said enhance it, that made sense.
I'm you
right. Motherfucking right.
I know, I can't get right though.
You're right though, because he said they enhanced it throughout that time.
Right. Hey, what we looking like on time right now? What a timekeeper? I don't even see it. She normally standing.
She over there all engaged in the conversation.
She paying taxes. She looking at her bonus.
She looking at this conversation. This
Yeah,
conversation is real good. What they got going on?
Right. Well, how you want to wrap this up, Donna, with the whole gender roles? Because I know we be talking about this at work all the time and stuff. How do you define the simp? How do you define the person who can step down, step up?
Man, I feel like it all, like we were saying earlier, bro. It's all about how you were raised. It starts from there, bro. From when you're first born and what you're put into, the situations that you see growing up. Mm-hmm. Like some people didn't have that to look to understand how to do their relationship or how to be a man or just certain things to do. But it's all about adapting. You have to adapt, bro. Mm-hmm. Like you can't just be stuck in one mindset and thinking that that's just gonna work for the whole time. You got to be able to adapt in order to make things work in life, period, bro.
That makes sense. You ain't never lied. You have to adapt to stuff that change. Everything gonna change.
Everything gonna change.
I'm trying to tell you, your camera changes on the back of your phone.
Yeah. They got filters. They got lenses and filters for that.
Hell yeah, the shit changes, man.
I fuck with that, man. That's that. That was just something that was weighing on my brain. Seeing all the social media kind of branched out to that type of thing. I think that's something that we definitely got to talk to. I know we have no women on the table, but you know, having a balanced male perspective is also good. It's not toxic. No cancel culture here. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool, man. So let's just go ahead to the end of the show. I know Ye got his little wacky mindset with his things that he be doing. He said he trying to fuck us up. So let's just go ahead to the last segment of the show. What he say?
And it goes into what we were just saying with the male roles and everything. It's really not but it's just like, what's an unspoken rule that males only share? Like we will share to like our kid, but it's like unspoken. Like you'll have a rule to like your kid to be like, it's like any type of rule that you'll have to your kid, but it's unspoken, but it's for only males only. That's why I gotta ask.
You are not friends with my girl.
What the hell? Hold on, I got you though. That makes sense.
Know what I'm saying? Even though it sounds super blunt.
Yeah, you're not no friend with my girl.
You are friends with my girl when I am present in the vicinity. There it goes. That's my unspoken rule.
Oh my God, you got him.
You can love Rebecca. You can ask her for advice. But you're not yet. No, when I'm not around, that's cool. You could text her and be like, yo, Rebecca, I'm going through some things. That's cool. That's what she do. That's her powerful moment. That's her gift that was given from God.
Yeah.
But y'all not going to the park. Y'all not going to a Charlie's.
You ain't going to get no ice cream?
She's the closest thing. She's like, if it's a balance between acquaintance and friends, y'all like 2 notches before friends. Hey, y'all can, she can love you up. She loves everybody in this apartment dearly.
Yeah.
But that's not your friend. That's not me. That's not me. That's not Isaiah.
I'm your friend.
That's like your sister, and that's your acquaintance.
Hell nah.
But that's exaggerated. Obviously,
no, but
we spend a lot of time together. I'm cool with that. Like what's it called? Like Juan might be like, hey yo, I'm here early. You not here? Can I go in the house? Fuck yeah, you can go in the house, bro. I trust y'all, but dudes, you're not friends with my girl.
You're not friends with his girl.
No, shit, that's not wrong with y'all. That's Isaiah's girl.
All right, so.
And on that note, you can follow me at Simeon.
Good shit.
You got an answer for his thing?
You got an answer?
Nah, not really. Something that I tell my kids.
That's unspoken that you were like.
That's unspoken.
I forgot that's the end to the question. You said something you tell your kids?
Man.
Yeah.
Something I tell my kids. That's
my gosh.
Well, the only thing I would say, it'll be all off the topic, but the only thing I tell my son is, bro, it's okay to cry and show your emotions, bro. Like, as a man, bro, like, I don't want him growing up thinking that he got to bottle his emotions all the time.
Right. Don't hold it in.
I just want him to learn how to control them. Okay. Not thinking that crying is going to always be the answer to everything. Just learning how to balance it and know when to show your emotions and when it's time for you to put your head down and grind and just do it. And
I like that.
I like that.
That's
right
it.
now.
That's
what
really
is an
it.
unspoken universal rule most males follow?
Why are you reading it?
And on that note, follow me at Simeon Way 544.
Right. Hey, Donald, thanks for making me look bad, man. Hey, this is episode 23 of Counting Out Script. This is the Jump Man episode, man. You find him at Bass Him So Silly. It's Simeon Way 504, Dom Set Visuals, and you got Donald up one. I got that right.
Donald up one.
You see, we got Espalaka in the back. We got Icon Juan. We got Amy Felice, and we got Colombiana RSFL, and she changing that shit soon.
Yes.
RSFL.
We out.
We out of here.
We out.